Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm just sitting here drinking my morning coffee and looking sexy as hell while I do it. Alright, let's talk a little bit about AMRAP sets or heavy top-end sets. This is something I have loved to use as a coach. It's something I like to use personally. I don't like to prescribe it as a coach, and the problem is this is where I see most injuries happen. Okay? And I want to be clear here with that. I think it's an extremely effective training method if you can use it correctly. If it can be used correctly, taking your basic exercises, your primary exercises, you know, in my case right now, what are they? Squat, bench, deadlift, weighted chin up, right? At this moment. Those are my primary movements, and then everything else is done purely for hypertrophy. You know, curls, extensions, laterals, reverse hypers, all that stuff. Okay. Extremely effective method if you can use it correctly. The problem is when you tell lifters 1 rep in reserve, they do garbage sets. They get in their head this idea that they get set on a target number, meaning you didn't prescribe a number of reps. They're supposed to do perfect reps until they fatigue. Notice I said pretty perfect reps. Okay, what do I mean by that? If someone's going to use these sort of sets, that means a full reset on every set of deadlift. Okay? It means a full reset on every set of squats, all the way up, all the way down, deep breath again at the top. Right? Trying to reach the same depth every time. Bench press. If on a bench press, you get at the bottom and then your elbows jerk on the pause, that's a problem. If you touch and go, you bounce a rep, that's a problem. On a set like this, your butt comes off the bench, that's a problem. Okay? The bar drifts too far towards your face outside of its groove. This is a problem. These reps should not be occurring. Okay? So when I tell people to use this sort of training, what I mean is calm, focused top-end sets that you take to technical failure or till the bar slows. Okay? This type of training causes the highest number of injuries. This is why you hear people say that training heavy causes injuries. This training approach, this method, this causes more injuries than almost anything else I've ever seen among serious lifters. And I want to be clear there. Why? Because they can't follow those instructions. And that would include those of you out there who want to use this sort of approach. It's extremely effective. My God, is it effective. I mean, you can cut your training volumes down. You're going to get big. You're going to get strong. You can almost, if you train this way, get like half your muscle growth purely from these single top-end sets. Okay? Because they're that intense if performed correctly with big movements. Again, you take a set of deadlifts, you know, in whatever weight you're using, that you can do for whatever 4 to 8 or 4 to 9, 4 to 10 reps or whatever, as an all-out everything you have, you know, and you take it to that point. You do that set until the last rep goes slow. You're going to grow from that. Okay? Like for me right now, I'm kind of doing my top sets with 500 on the deadlift. Doing my top sets of bench on the 315, but everything is strict. No hitching, full resets, full pauses on every rep. Okay? You can train that way and it works. But you have to check the ego and you have to check down the psychological arousal. That's a problem. Okay? In other words, when you train this way, you can't get too psyched up. Guys like, but I like to be. Well, then you probably shouldn't train like this. In fact, if you're really high-strung, psychologically aroused, and you need, you know, deathcore playing, and you use a pre-workout, you should probably do conjugate, right? You should only do singles when you do heavy work, and you should change exercises every time. And I'm being honest. That personality type, that's who thrives on conjugate. That personality type gets hurt doing other stuff. Like, I would say that is the perfect system for you. And I'm serious. You go ahead and get 6 different barbells, get bands, get chains, get all that stuff. That's where you're going to thrive, if you have to train that way. Or you need to avoid heavy work completely. All right. But that's the problem. The guys think they feel that they have to get in their zone. They have to get psyched up. You know, just walk in and do the set. Do the set focused on perfect reps. When anything breaks down, you're done. On the squat, when your forward lean amount changes, rack it. You're done. On the bench, it's the same thing. When the bar drifts in the wrong direction or you can't maintain tightness, rack it. You're done. Okay? That's it. That's failure. That is technical failure. When form degrades. But if you're going to train in this manner, you cannot do silly stuff. Again, this is where I've seen the injuries happen. Guys get in, they start bouncing the bench. They start dropping it too bad. No, control it. Okay? If you're going to train this way on the bench, this is what your set should look like. Boom. Boom. All right? 3, 4. This one's hard. Rack it. That's what the set should look like. Okay? And that needs to be clear. Any bouncing, any change in tempo, you shouldn't train this way. Okay? Don't do top sets. You're going to get hurt. Just go, you know, again, and it's because guys can't check their ego. They have to get psyched up. And I'm like, why are you getting psychologically aroused? Now you can't focus. Now you can't focus. Again, this training approach is phenomenal, and that's what I need to be clear on. It is such an effective, brutally effective way to train. But if you do it wrong, you get hurt. And that's the problem. It's like the risk of injury. And it's not a high risk of injury if you do it correctly, if you just follow those instructions I gave. Perfect clean reps, stay focused, stay in control of the weight, right? It works. You don't get hurt. When guys go for a target number of reps, when I'm going to get this number of reps no matter what, and then you try to game the system. Get these reps through any means necessary, touch and go, bouncing. It's a problem. You shouldn't know how many reps for sure you're going to get. Just go in and do the set. Something I used to say as a coach all the time. And then lifters, and you know that you're going to have to take that away from a lifter when they tell you, I'm going to go for 8 reps today. That lifter is going to get hurt because they're walking in with an expectation. And if you know how many reps you're going to get, you're clearly not doing a set to fatigue. You're not doing a perfect set to fatigue, because how are you going to predict that? You're either going to cheat and goof up and get hurt, and if you don't get your target reps, you're going to be demoralized, or you're going to stop short. And you're going to lose quality stimulus. You're going to lose quality reps. Go in and execute the set with control, with confidence, with focus. Don't cheat any reps and don't have an expectation. You will know when you get there. When you get to that 5th rep or that 6th rep and you feel the form break, you feel the bar slowing down. Because it should be heavy all the way through. Not when it should feel heavy all the way through. But when that other occurs, that's when you know you're done. Rack it. Finish the set, we're over. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.